Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, so interesting developments in the Rupert Lowe / reform fracas, shall we say. And I'm just going to read this article out and read the letter as well, because as I've said before, sometimes people who listen to my channel actually do just listen and actually can't see the screen. So let's bring it up. So from Rupert Lowe, and he actually said the Metropolitan Police have today confirmed that they are dropping their investigation into the false allegations that I made threats against Reform Party chairman, that is Mohammad Zia Yousef. Here's the full statement. Now I know you can see this on the screen, but I'm actually going to read it. So let's just enlarge it a bit. Let's bring it up a bit so you can see it a little bit better. Let's bring it all the way up to the top. There we go. Let's bring up a bit more. Just so it's nicely centered. There you go. So, this was not normal political infighting. It was a sinister attempt to weaponize the criminal justice system against me. And to be fair, Rupert, against many, many other people where it succeeded. Fortunately, you have money and people who can step in and help. Others haven't. And I am thinking especially today of Lucy Connolly, who's up for her appeal tomorrow. So yeah, the weaponisation of the criminal justice system is for all to see. In any case, I carry on, putting not just my political future but my liberty at risk, all because I dared to raise constructive criticism of Nigel Farage, stood firm on deporting illegal immigrants, or migrants as he's put, which is absolutely correct, and pushed for reform not to be run democratically and not as a vehicle to stoke one man's ego. How did reform respond? With a brutal smear campaign for the sin of asking legitimate questions about the party's direction, policies and leadership. I was vilified and targeted, which we've all covered before, and many of us, including myself, who have took flack for it, have said the same things. You're not allowed to criticise in this world nowadays, and it doesn't matter whether they're the left or the right. You have to toe party lines, otherwise people come for you. No more critical thinking, I guess. I am ashamed to have shared the parliamentary platform with them, ashamed to have trusted them, ashamed to have called them my friends. Farage is no leader. He is a coward and a viper. Totally agree with that. I feel deeply embarrassed that I ever thought he was the man to lead. Correct. It is my view that the police process was weaponised to silence a party colleague who raised reasonable concerns. If Farage were ever to control the vast power of the British state, I would believe he would not hesitate to do to his adversaries what they have tried to do to me. With real power, I fear he would wield immense responsibility to crush dissent, as he has done time and again over the years. You see, this is why I have issues with reform. Because you can see here that the leadership are not afraid to crush anyone who dares question. You see, we all openly criticise Starmer and his draconian measures to run this country. But yet these same people who will criticise Starmer will not say anything against Nigel Farage and will come for people like me who do. You need to open your eyes. You really do. Smearing my innocent staff in a pathetic attempt to attack me was disgusting, agreed, alongside briefings to journalists from senior reform figures to suggest I had dementia, the lowest, vilest tactics I've seen in my 67 years. They are not fit to lead. They are not fit to be MPs. To be absolutely 100%, he's right. Literally right. Any case, please listen when I say this. For the good of our country, Nigel Farage must never be Prime Minister. I mean, I personally don't have any issue with that, because what he'll do is he'll get elected, step down and put Mohammad Zia Yousef in charge. Yeah, let's see how that goes. To the millions of decent reform supporters, you must do what you believe is right. I personally could not remain in an organisation led by such men. Thousands have left, Rupert, although of course they won't admit it. They do not deserve your support, your time, your energy, your money, or your vote. Now, I know some reform voters will come out and, the usual suspects in the comment section. Oh, it's just a bitter or twisted man. This is the party that lied to the police about a threat that clearly was not there and used dementia as a weapon against him. Just think on. You will sit there and point your fingers and criticise Starmer for doing horrible things, like jailing people for shouting at a hotel or screaming abuse at a police dog, or making an ill-informed tweet for 3 hours and taking it down, unless, of course, you're Nick, the leader of Hope Not Hate, and then that's absolutely fine. And other people, I hear that Gary Lineker's just done another one and done the same thing, but that's okay. You hate all that, you criticise all that, you moan about that, but when somebody who you support, who you have attached all your hope to, does something similar, you turn a blind eye. The videos I've always done about reform have been about the fact that I understand why people want to do it, but you can't turn a blind eye to things. When I talk about reform, I did a video called Let's Roll the Dice on Reform. It was me playing devil's advocate. I carry on with the letter. I urge you to do what you think is right. When the time soon comes, we will work together to advance political movement that is credible, professional, decent, democratic and honest. Something that we haven't had in, 40 years, I'd say? At least. There will, very soon, be an alternative to the rotten leadership of reform. I will repeat that again. There will, very soon, be an alternative to the rotten leadership of reform. And to those of you who have supported me during this incredibly difficult period, thank you. I've been touched by your messages of kindness. Without your support, without my social media platforms, I would have been buried by the smears. I truly mean it. Thank you. You'll be hearing a lot more from me very soon. Rupert. So have we just had an unofficial announcement of a new party coming? And I know people are going to go down that route, but let's not go down that route yet. Let's just put a pin in it and leave it on the fridge, okay? That's for something else, for another talk. The Metropolitan Police have dropped their allegations, their investigation into the allegations, false allegations, made about him by Mohammad Zia Yousef. That should, again, set alarm bells ringing. But I know full well I can already predict what's coming in the comment section right now. Once this video is uploaded and posted, I will get the usual tirade of abuse because I'm daring to question reform. I would imagine that the few subscribers that I've managed to crawl up to now will then have a massive hit yet again, because this is what people do. You are all good and well as long as you're singing the same hymn, but the second you step out of line, people just up and leave. This channel is about me talking about things that I find interesting, I'm interested in, and my opinion. 100% solely my opinion on things. It is not anyone else's opinion. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm not telling you what to do. And to be fair, if you are that shallow of a person, you require somebody else to tell you how to run your life, you have a problem. And that's not me being insulting, okay? Because a lot of people seem to think that I have this huge sway over people. I have zero influence over anyone at all. But I will not sit by and see things and not say anything. Whether you will like it or not, it is what it is. This is me reporting the fact that the leadership of reform lied, officially lied, about Rupert Lowe. because the Metropolitan Police, and let's be honest, we all know what the Met Police are like, have said there's nothing to answer. There is no claim. There is no allegation. There is nothing to be looked at here. Yeah, I'm sure people will still think everything's fine. Any case, 2 videos coming up at the end of this one. One will be the last one uploaded. The other one will be the one that the gods of YouTube, with its mighty algorithm, will have selected just for you. And they are called The Chosen One. You can like, you can share. If you agree with what I'm saying, you can subscribe. If you don't, I'm sure you'll unsubscribe if you already are. You can ding that bell for notifications. Ways to support the channel are down below in the comment sections attached. That's for you if you want to. So until then, I'm done. So until the next one.
Maybe it's an arrow at the bottom.